Hello. Well, we are reaching the end of this year pretty quick. I hope you had a wonderful holiday with your family and friends. Move the candle over there. And I hope everything went well for you. Smooth. So this week, moving into, the end of the year, coming into New Year's. So I was wondering, what would it be like for us all to be conscious? What would it be like for us to remain conscious as we're setting our goals for the new year and thinking about things? And I always take the week between Christmas and New Year's off, because that's when I like to just sit down and kind of regroup from the year, and just allow myself to be in a place of, being grateful and allowing myself to do whatever it is I need to do to play catch up with myself, and just allowing myself to look over the year. For those of you that made the boxes with me, where we had the boxes with the lids and we decorate them and we put everything in there that we wanted to create for this year, this is the week, right? Either on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, you're going to open the lid again and you're going to see what came true for you, what you're still working on, what you thought was going to be one form and it took a completely different form. So that's what we want to look at. And if you haven't done that, this is the time to start thinking about next year and get some kind of a box that has a lid on it, because we want to keep the energies in. And you can use anything. You can cut out pictures in a magazine. You can write down what you want. You can use some of your oracle decks that best describe what you're trying to create, and you can put it in the box and you put the lid on it. And the idea of this is that it's percolating. It's like an incubator all year. It's building energy and all of that. And you put it somewhere where you forget about it until it is the end of the year again and you want to open it and you want to see. I usually do it right on New Year's Day. You want to see what came true and what didn't. So we're percolating it and we're seeing what we think we wanted and what God or Spirit said, go this way, this is what you really want. And it's interesting to see how many different ways things showed up for us that we wouldn't have even thought. Remember, in coaching, I always say you don't have to know the how, right? You just need to know the what. What do you want? So that is really interesting as we move through all of this. So try it. I think you'll really enjoy it and see where you end up. It's a different way of doing, like some people do the vision boards. Some people write out statements about what they want to create. But I love the box, and you have fun with it. You can decorate, bring out creative parts of you. So for all of my group that did that, there you go. All right. So becoming conscious, thinking about what you really want for the year. Remember, it's never about, oh, I want that new car. Maybe you do. But what's the feeling behind it? What's the energy behind it? What are you trying to accomplish? What do you want? Maybe when you drive that car, you feel joy. And that's a good enough reason, right? Maybe you want that job because you think you could use your creative gifts in it again. Whatever it is, define what it is you're looking for. What is behind the goal? What is behind the intention? And then we're going to start moving that energy this year, especially with the way that this year's energy is going to go. We really need to go back in and look at everything and re-examine. We don't want to drag the old stuff with us, Let's make a fresh slate. Wash it down so we don't have any bleed through that board, through that whiteboard. We want to start fresh. So I will leave you with that for the week. All right. This is Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette. What do we want for this last week? Ooh, what a power card. Waking the Lion. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful picture of a lion? And when I look at this, that lion is sharp. The eyes are looking right at you. He isn't moving. He is lasered in. So how do you wake that? I'm just saying, for me, it's all the oranges and stars all over it. And so how do you wake the lion? It's like it's looking at you. It's lasering in. So this is a time when you really need to look at, where do you need to laser in to bring in what you want in your life? That's what I'm going to say about that one, because that's what it means to me. Boldness, the courage to move towards what you want without knowing the way, facing that which is difficult or painful, the audacity to step into the unknown. Isn't that what this year is about? Regardless of the outer conditions right now, you can't wait for your fear to lessen before you move forward. In fact, despite the chaos and seeming disarray, you must be bold. Whatever your trepidation, act as if you have deep trust that all will be well. Nothing is promised to you, but you will never truly see magic if you don't take the risk. Come to the edge of uncertainty in your life and leap into the unknown. You have no guarantee of immediate success. Still, you must summon your bravery in the face of possible pain, failure, or even success in your own power. The act of making this leap, no matter the final outcome, awakens the lion within. Be proud of who you are and who you're becoming. No one can take this away from you. What type of courage is called for today? Only you know, and only you have the power to choose your path. Know that it takes just as much strength and bravery to love and be vulnerable as it does to confront a personal challenge or physical obstacle. Call on your strength and stand your ground, or consciously temper your emotional reactions. Do nothing and trust in your partnership with the divine. Whatever your choice, you will not fail as long as you act with courage and integrity. It reminds me of the lion on The Wizard of Oz. Courage. So that is powerful. All right. And then we have Path of the Rose, which is Mary, for this new up and coming week. Wrapping up 2021. What was I just talking about? Manifesting consciously. There we are. Manifest consciously. And she's got her hands open. And it almost looks like she's in prayer in one way. But her hands are open to receive. So to me, this is like, ask for it, let it go, and wait for it to come back is what this feels like to me. Love that. Manifesting is a skill you must perfect to create consciously. Only that which you are comes into your awareness, for you are a magnet to all things that are the same frequency. Bring out the best in you and multiply your abundance. The more you can hold the vibration, the more of its effect you will experience in your life. Feel through the power of your imagination that you already have what you want to manifest. Bring the feeling into the now and begin to experience shifts in your reality. What you are, you shall receive. The universe doesn't have preferences. It simply gives you what you open your energy to the most. Mirroring to you all your thoughts and beliefs. Clear out the debris from your soul. And I want to add the debris from this year, both personally and collectively. Let go of the burdens of the past. Feel your desire as already granted, and with unwavering faith, walk the path of transformation. Recognize synchronicities, be proactive, and hold your vibration high. Wow. Okay. This is Star Temple Oracle. Love these. These are really pretty. They all have, I love Oracle cards because they all have such a different feel and energy to them. So what's up and coming last week of December? Oh, nice. The Temple, home. I no longer search outside of myself for home. Wow, that's a different meaning. Home. I no longer search outside of myself. And I think for me, this reminds me that we have many different reminders of home when we connect with a person, even if we've just met them and we feel a sense of, I know you. That is going to be amazing. It's like you feel that connection, and other people, you feel that, no thanks, not this time. And we all have history, right? History with each other, histories with different civilizations. And so this is about knowing that you are the temple, okay? But it doesn't mean you can't still see. What do you resonate with, right? Star words, lost, found, and balanced. This reassures you that you do not need to seek outside yourself to find happiness, peace, or refuge. Go within, find your inner sanctuary to feel centered and at home. Be mindful of where you may be placing conditions on your happiness. A different location, another person cannot complete you because you are already whole. Do I need to read that again? Desperately searching for a new home, workplace, or lover to complete you is giving your power away. Happiness is an inside job. Find happiness in the sacred now by discovering your inner temple. Well, right on. Okay? What was I saying before? It's an inside job. Everything is an inside job. So you are the one responsible for all of it. If you don't like it, make a change within. Okay. Secret language of light. Whoop. Inner voice. Beautiful. Love the colors. It's two hands opening up and a being of light in the middle. And again, we have these open hands showing up today. So to me, there's a message there. All right, let's see. Tune into your inner compass. Persistent words and feelings that represent your greatest desires are dropping into your mind. Instead of putting life off until you do or be something in the future, bring your desires into the present. Anytime we feel like we have gone off track, we have traveled a different road to our soul. Everything becomes a signpost to return us to our center, where we can tune into our wise transmissions. Just as the voice on a GPS navigator tells you which way to go, your soul wisdom is always leading you towards your destination. I think that's so important for us to remember, right? Neither will scold you or become impatient if you take the wrong turn. They will just adjust, find an alternate route, and give you a new direction, right? Timelines, right? We're always, oh, look at this. It's a sunny, beautiful winter day. You can't get it wrong. Listen to reoccurring words and ideas. Pay attention to how they feel and drive forward with the ones that make your face and heart smile. So they have some actions and questions. Do you have goals and focus your attention, or do you drift aimlessly through your days hoping for something better to arrive? Yeah, that's crazy. When you notice negative self-speak in your mind, say peace, love, or calm. It may seem a bit weird, but this will snap your mind from negativity or other possibilities. Choose a crystal, make it your companion on your journey. Ask it where it would like you to go and what it would like you to do. It is with you for a reason. And don't we love our crystals, right? I have them everywhere. And I will say, I know they hold energy and they are beings inside of them, but we need to ask, just like we ask our guardian angels and stuff. We need to ask. All right, we have 3 more angel cards. I want to do something a little bit different. I'm going to move this. I'm going to ask to pull 3 cards on what we're leaving behind as the collective. When we look at 2021, what are we leaving behind? Oh, I don't know if I like that one. Okay, the first card is freedom. What are we leaving behind? Freedom. I gotta sit and think about that. Okay, what's coming to me is it's almost like a false freedom. We've always thought we've been free in different, in different ways, and this is almost like leaving behind the illusion of freedom, is what I'm going to say with that. The next card is vulnerability. So us leaving behind the feeling of being vulnerable, and certainly over the last few years, it did feel that way, right? It felt like we're being very vulnerable. It felt like we have no control over anything. And interesting, we're leaving power behind. But I want to say that power is not our power. What we're leaving behind is the, control around power, taking other people's freedom, taking other people's vulnerability, making us feel vulnerable and making us feel controlled. And the power card feels like that to me. So with that, we're leaving that behind. And what do we need to bless from 2021 as our experience? Purpose. Okay, I got this one. So what that means to me is that we truly are. How are we finding more of what our purpose is? By finding out what we don't like, right? So when COVID happened and all this came about, people started reevaluating everything. What do I really want in my life? Do I want to work at a job I hate? Do I want to be in a relationship that doesn't work anymore? And I would say that the purpose is to, the blessing we got out of this past year is to really go within ourselves, and it's so funny because a lot of people are still working from home. It's like you're going inward to home, right? And we're looking at what no longer serves us. So here we are looking at, no, I thought my purpose was to work hard and to make all this money and, but to do it in a way that I hate my life. No, there's something else that's more important. Family, love, security in the true sense of security, not security that people can take away from us, like how much money you have in the bank or whatever. So I can hardly wait. Let's see. Angels. What? 3 cards for this up and coming 2022. What is 2022 going to teach us or going to give to us? All right, there's 2 that want to come, so I'm going to take both of them. Okay, the first one is attention. So 2022 is going to get our attention even more. So it doesn't mean that we're through everything and, no, it's saying attention. I take it as getting our attention. It's like, okay, there's still more to clear. We're on a trajectory moving forward. The second card is self-worth. So it's going to shine a light on those areas where we don't feel good enough or whatever, smart enough, whatever. The next card is Divine Guidance, which is one of the 2 wild cards in the deck. Love this. That's the center of a flower. Divine Guidance says, you may think you've been alone during this journey. We're right here. We have the Galactics. We have the Angelics. We have the Masters. We have all our angels and guides, the earth creatures that are trying to help us, the fairies, everybody. It's almost like I feel like this is a megaphone and the call has gone out that we need help. And so to remember that they're right there for us. We're not in this alone, even though sometimes we feel that way. And the last card is release. So with this new year, I feel like there's an end to certain things, this COVID piece, all of that. We're ending and we're getting ready to start a new beginning. I feel like we're looking at the nice weather, maybe spring, early summer. So let's get through this winter and see where we are. What I'm going to ask is our greatest teacher for 2022, and then we'll end it with that. 2022, what is the greatest teacher we have? Oh, I can't leave it with this. Courage. So to me, the Courage card says our greatest teacher is to have a voice. We need to speak up with what's not right, because it is supposed to be a collective down here, that it's our world, not just some of people's world, and that we have to have the courage for change. But I can't leave it like that. I want to pull one more card. So if we do have the courage for change and we do speak up, what happens? Oh, fulfillment. Yes, we'll leave it at that. So by having a voice, by doing things that our voices can be heard, things change. We release and have fulfillment. So that's what I'm going to hold on to. And interesting, these cards have numbers on them, and the fulfillment one I just looked down is a 36, which comes to a 9, which is all about completion. So I feel there's a big piece that will be completed this year, so we can start rebuilding, or not even I think carrying away the debris and starting to build fresh for this new year. So be conscious. New Year's Eve, be conscious. Have a conscious New Year's. Stay really open. Instead of getting inebriated and passing out for the new year, come in conscious. Think about those things you want to stay conscious about. Maybe meditate. Do the things that you love to do. Be with who you want to be with. And make it happen. Whoops, I just tipped this over. I do need to get a battery for my clicker, so I don't have to keep doing this. Thank you. As always, Happy New Year.